Testing one, two. Hello. Good morning to you all. Hello. Morning to you all. All right. So good morning to everyone. Um, my name is Matthew Brown. I want to take this opportunity to appreciate and say thank you to each and every one of you that's here this morning. On your part, there's a sacrifice, and it's a sacrifice that is actually worth it. All right, I will not waste much of your time. Probably we'll just go right into why we are here this morning. All right, so basically, I want to appreciate everybody. I see everybody in the comment section. Thank you. I see prominence. I see you, will be Matthew. All right, so thank you. So we'll go into what we have for today, and I have created a plan that we're going to work with. Okay, so basically, if you are having a bit of lag, probably slow on your end, you can actually um, just go to your settings and your normal playback speed, you can actually increase it. If not, you're good. Also, try to increase the quality, your video quality. So sorry, I'm looking this way. I'm trying to check something. You probably increase your video quality to 480p under the settings if that also works for you. All right. So basically, into this class, we're going to be covering um, everything from the basics to the fundamentals of website design. All right. So we'll start with introduction. I will be introducing myself. After that, we'll also go into introduction into website design, what website design is about. Then we'll also go into, for those who have your laptop here, like I said, it's going to be a great advantage to you. I'm going to show you a very simple way to set up your website. And this is 100% the same way I also do for every website I have created. All right. I do the same. You'll be so shocked that website design is simple to create. It's website design is not hard. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Website design is not hard at all. It's not hard at all. So you can learn it. Then we'll go into our Q and A, just question and answer. If you have your question, just put this class. Then lastly, I'll talk about other digital skills you can actually also learn to make money. I'll talk about how you can monetize this digital website design digital skills. All right, and we'll go from there. So the first thing first is I'm going to be sharing my screen with you. All right, so I'm going to be sharing this slide. So welcome to this class once more, Mastering Website Design with Matthew Brown. All right, so let's get started together. So first thing first, I need to introduce myself once more to you. For everybody that knows me, probably you know a bit of this. So first, I am Matthew Brown. I'm a seasoned website designer. I also am the founder of Ziplight Studios. We're a digital marketing agency and website designing agency. We literally design websites and also offer digital marketing services. So I'm also into YouTube. I'm a YouTuber. I create content around website design and software creation. So actually, this YouTube you we're using right now, you can actually go check out other videos about website design and all. All right. These are like the most important thing I want to share with you, and also the fact that I have been doing this for quite some time. All right, this is not my first time. So I've been doing this for quite some time. I've worked with agencies, different agencies. I've worked with a travel agency. I've worked with a production agency and production and manufacturing agency, and a lot of them. All right. So I'm going to also just a bit. I'm going to show you some few websites we have created, And this is just to create that excitement in you so that you can know the endless possibility for what you can create and know that there's so much money in this field. As long as we have businesses and we have firms and we have both small, both big and small growing in businesses, you are sure to make it. And you can work from anywhere, basically. You can work from Nigeria, you have clients abroad, you can work from the comfort of your home, all right? Not to brag, but since I used to say this thing, I've not really gone to search for a job, right? It's something I really want to do. I remember the last interview I actually went for, somebody just connected me, and I couldn't get that particular work because one, I got an internship for it based on I've been doing all of this, but I actually turned it down. Just this pay was small. And I was talking to somebody and I was like, this is what happened. And she was like, if it's how she will collect it, she will collect it. Sorry, she will collect it that she's looking for that money. I think it's about 50,000 that they say they're going to pay for internship. And my house was literally closed. But for me, that's not what I want. That is not what I know my skill set can actually get me. Okay. So let me just share my screen with you and I'll just show you a few websites I've created. All right. So can you see my screen? Okay. Like I said, the first website I designed was with a dance solution wants to travel out of Nigeria. So so you minor.sites. They're into website creation, listening to storytelling. All right. Um, what they do literally is they basically just put out short stories that people can actually read and engage in. All right. So they have a few stories here. Then I also created this for Profit Empire is the website. All right. He has monetized the so he's making money through uh, okay um through Google Ads. Then this for manufacturing industry. Then we have this as a news blog website. All right. That being said, I so basically that those are for few digital marketing agencies. All right. So now let's talk about the next thing we have. All right. So basically, I want to introduce you to website design. I want to talk to you about what website design is. And I'm going to use it to make it very simple for you. And I'll try to explain it in simple terms. But just to make sure you're following me, I don't know if you are following me, just leave a comment, say I'm following. Just put a comment and say following. So I am not just talking to myself. I'll be sure I'm not just talking to myself. Just put following on the comment. All right. Okay, prominent. I see you following. Thank you. All right. That being said, thank you, prominent. So first and first, what is a website? So in simple terms, website is your business digital shop or office online. All right. So it's a spot you pay for, all right, on the internet to build your business digital presence. A business, you probably would want to rent a shop or it's building that you buy is going to be your office location. And that location is where people can come and transact with you. Now, in the same way, you also will have a shop on the internet, and that is called your website. Now, your website, you pay for literally, you pay for space on the internet and you build your shop on that internet. That shop or that office you build on the internet is called a website. All right, it's called a website. So, like I said, in simple terms, a website is your business digital shop or office online. It's a spot you pay for on the internet to build your business and digital presence. All right. So this, in simple terms, is what a website is. There's no big deal about it. So what we do for business is that we set up their digital presence online. Some businesses literally have a physical location, but because you want to reach limitless audience, physical locations are limited to who can actually come to your office. But when you have an office online or a website in quotes, you'll be able to reach countless people. All right. So that's what a website in quotes is. So now the major one of the most important thing or question is, who is a website designer? Who is a website designer? All right. So a website designer is an individual, all right, who helps business, firm, organizations set up and manage their digital shop online. All right. It's also known as digital shop, which I already explained is your website on the internet. Now, I am a website designer. What I do is I help businesses, firms, organizations manage their shop or their website on the internet. So I set that shop on the internet. Probably if it's, let's say if it's a business that has to do with clothing or they sell products, I will help them set what we call an e-commerce store on the internet. Then I'll be also be able to manage it. All right. We will also be able to manage that for them. So that's what we call a website designer. So you are a person who helps businesses set up first and manage their website on the internet. All right. So when we talk about managing, we are talking about the maintenance, make sure the website is running, security, and all. Now, that being said, I'll go into the next slide. So Now, the next slide is common terms. No, so see, this is one is very important, but they are basic. So these are common terms that you must know as a website designer. All right. And so I'm guessing you might have come across them. So the first one is called a domain, or is also known as a website address, or what you hear as a web address. Somebody will ask, okay, give me your web address. All right. That means so it's also known as a domain. Now, this is your business. That is anytime I also will address website as a shop, all right? Because I've explained it as an online shop or online office. Now, so yeah, you say a domain is also known as a web address. It's your business shop office address on the internet. Now, in your physical location, as if you have a physical shop, when somebody asks you, okay, please, how can I come to your shop? You probably will say, okay, come to number 4, this street, number 4, John Street, this, and this plaza, right? And no two shops, right? Physically now, no two shops uh, we have the same address, right? So once I give you my address for my physical shop, once you come there, you are certain to see my shop. Now, the same way we now talk about an online shop or your online website. Now, your domain is your address on the internet. Two people cannot have it. Now, if you go to my own personal web address at ziplightstudios.com, you will see my office online. It means you will see my website online. All right, you see me, you see what we offer, our web design offer, and all. And because of that, no other person can bear the same name with me. So your business domain is your web address on the internet, is your shop address, your website address on the internet. Now, it is also important that you take note of something. A business domain is are made up of two major factors or two major things. Now, first we have the business name, and the second we have the extension or what we call identifier. So I give an example here. We have your, let's say we have a website called ziplightstudio.com. Now, the business name there is Ziplight Studio. Then the .com is an extension. We call it an extension, or you can call it a web, an identifier. Now, other extensions may include but are not limited. So we have .com, we have .site, we have .organization, we have .net, we have .io, we have .ai, and so many others. All right. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because it's important you know when you want to build a website for organization, you will need to buy them a domain, a web address on the internet. And because you will need that, you need to know the type of organization you're working with. For example, when you see .com, it's a short form for company, company. So businesses that identify as company, they must bear .com. When you see .org, org, it is identified as organizations, mostly NGOs. It goes with .org. If somebody gives you an NGO website to build, you are not supposed to use .com. They are not a company. They are non-profit, non-profit organization. Therefore, you go with .org. When I talk about NGO, I mean things like churches, mosques, human video, human rights organizations, and all of that. So it is important you know the type of business you are building website for. So factories, manufacturing agencies, firms, small business, big business, all of them should be under .com because they are company and they are going to make profits. Now, with the rise of AI this time around, you see many websites getting .ai. It just helps you to identify that this is an AI website. All right. And then we have your .net, which is .internet. Now that's a general name, right? There's no big deal about it. .internet and .site, right? So it's also known as .site is as this website. .net is internet, all right? So there's no big deal about it. So these are extensions. So extensions are the last thing that comes after your business name. Let's say Obi Matthew could be obimatthew.com or .net. So the dot is called an extension and your name. That's what a domain is made up of. All right. So just to recap, what I've said so far about domain is your domain is your web address on the internet. It's just the address. It is not the shop itself, it's your address on the internet to know where this particular website is. The second thing I want you to take note of is what we call hosting, right? Now, basically, when you want to get a shop, there are two things. First, you will go and look for a shop, depending on what you're doing. If it's a small business, you want to look for a smaller shop space, all right? Then, if it's a big business, you want to look for a bigger office space or a bigger shop space, right? Like if you're having a plaza, it should be big. I mean, if you're having probably an e-commerce store, it could be big, right? Where you sell different provision store, I guess. Then if you're having probably like a barbing salon, or maybe you just want to share few things, you probably want to get a small shop. Now, on the internet, that store, because the bigger the store, the bigger is what you pay on the physical world. If you have a small store, you pay small money. If you have big store, you pay big money. Now, on the internet, what we have is called hosting. Now, hosting is that storage, right? Is what you pay. You pay for storage on the internet. Now, that storage is known as hosting because it is this place your all your website is being stored. Your images, your videos, all the whole things are being stored on your hosting. They are being stored on that space. And so therefore, if you're building a small website, probably you're just building a portfolio website for yourself, right? You're going to be paying little, right? You're going to be going for probably the lowest plan. Now, if you're building a bigger website, now when we talk about bigger website, I'm talking about website that when we now the way we quantify size of websites in two ways. First, we're talking about the storage in gigabytes, and we're also talking about the bandwidth. Now, when we talk about storage, we're talking about okay, like your phone storage, how many gig and all of those stuff. Now, storage has to do with how many pictures are you going to be adding, how many images, how many are you going to be adding videos, but you're not supposed to add longer videos on your website. So, depending on what you're adding on your website, what you're going to be storing, it will now talk about okay, for instance, if you say you want to have a portfolio, on your portfolio you're not having too many images, you're not having many videos, you're just having a couple of things there. So therefore you're going for a small website. Now if you have the opportunity to get a job where you have to build an e-commerce websites are usually big because you have to have a lot of images stored on the system, and there's a lot of processes in building an e-commerce website. So therefore, you pay for bigger storage. Now, when we now talk about so that has to do with storage itself in form of gig, 1 gig, 2 gig, and all. When we now talk about bandwidth, we are talking about the amount of people that can be in that website at a particular time. Now, for instance, if if you notice that during what would I use for a perfect example? During jam, right? I think most of us will be conversant with jam. During jam, when jam registration is out, you notice most times you hear things like jam will say their website crashed or probably their website went down and all of those stuff. Now the reason is because the amount of people that was allocated to visit that site at a time, right? At a time was less than the amount of people that actually visit the site. So now that's what we talk about bandwidth. Bandwidth is now okay. How many people do you estimate to visit your website? Let's say today by 5 o'clock. Now, if your website is created for and 500 people visit your website, ah, trust me, you will basically your site will crash, right? If 1,000 your website is created for 1,000 people and 5,000 people visit, you will crash. So you have to estimate that, but that is not a problem, all right? You'll be able to watch all of that. So basically that's something you should take note of. So like I said, your domain is your web address, is the location, is your matthew.com, zipflight.com, channelsnews.com, vanguardnewspaper.com. So .com is the extension, Vanguard is the name. You can have .com, .net, depending on the organization. We also talk about hosting as your storage capacity of the website. We use where you're storing all the information of the website. Then we talked about storage bandwidth. Bandwidth is the amount of people that can visit the website. Storage is the amount of things you can store on the website. All right. So the next couple of times we're going to talk about is your hosting company. Now, your hosting company is the company that you buy your domain and hosting from. All right. So now we have a couple of hosting companies, right? So unlike, you know how you probably want to get a shop, you have to meet your landlord or the landlord of that, or the landlord as we call it in of that place. Then you pay, then he gives you the shop, gives you the key, then you have your address. Now it's the same way on the internet. When you want to set up a website, you have to go to a company and you buy what we call your domain and your hosting. You buy your domain, web address, your hosting storage. All right. There are a couple of them. One of the one I use most really is an international company known as Namecheap because they have a 1 year sweet plan. All right. The plan they have for the first year is usually good, but the downside is that you pay in dollar, and because of the rising rate of dollar in Nigeria, the prices are high. Now, there are others you can actually use in Nigeria. We have Google Host, but I will not recommend Google Host for anybody. The last time I used them, it was something I regretted totally. The second people, we have Domain King. One of my clients used them one time. They are good, all right. They are good. They are not perfect, but they are good, all right. So they are good, but they are not perfect. Then we have a couple of others out there that you can actually check out for. Probably I will check and then recommend if you're actually looking for. The last, the one I want us to just talk about subdomain before we go into something. Now, the subdomain is okay. So let me just read what I've written here. Say these are sub added to a domain. Listen, they are sub added to a domain. E.g., let's say for instance, we have a domain known as brand.com. All right. So brand.com is a domain. So now, if we now have something like job.brand.com, now, if you now notice something has been added, that job is what we call a sub, right? Then we have your domain, which is .com, brand.com. So the sub is your job. You probably will get to see of these things. If you're visiting website, you probably will see something like digital.ai.com, right? So that digital is a subdomain, and it's something you come across. So I think the last thing I wrote there, I couldn't make the changes. All right. So basically, these are some features or terms you need to know as a website designer, and it's something you should literally take serious. So okay, that being said, I would go to the next slide. Now, this is a very important one I want to talk to you about. Now, it's called different kind of website designers because when you start your journey into website designing, you come across this. So it's very important. So now the first kind of website. So we have your different types of website designers. So take note of these three website designers or developers. So first we have your coding slash programmers. Now they make use of programming language to build websites of different kinds. We have programming language like Java, CSS plus, um, what's the name of that one again? There are a lot of them. All right. Now, these people, what they usually do is they write the code for the website, and it takes time to actually learn this. It probably will take you up to a year and more, and you are always learning. And it takes time to build your complete website. So that is one downside about coding. But the good thing with coding is if you are very good at it, you can build virtually any kind of website. But a limit to it though, right? But if you're very good at it. Now, the second one is what I'll be introducing you to, which is called no code. Now, with no code, you don't need to program any language, you to learn any programming language. All right. So these are designers that makes use of no code or no programming language to build complicated websites. I make sure to put the word complicated because as a no code website designer, you can build any kind of website. I used to tell my clients that as long as you can name it, I can build it. Because with no code, you can build virtually any kind of website, like e-commerce websites, school management websites, business websites, blog, cryptocurrency websites, virtually any kind of website you can use WordPress to build. All right. And so you can build a movie. I actually released a video on YouTube where I was showing my students how they can create a movie website where people can go and download movies and stream movies. So you could build a lot of any kind of website with no code tools. All right. And it's literally simple. All right. So I'll be showing you the fundamental pretty soon. I think in the next slide, I'll just show you the fundamentals of how you can go build your website. So if you are here, if you have your system, I need to open your system. We'll be going into just a practical very soon before we go into the final aspect. So like I said, with no code, which I'll be showing you, you don't need to learn any programming language. You don't need to know how to code. You don't need to be a pro in any digital marketing stuff. You'll be able to build any kind of site. You can later on, after this class, you could go check out other of my videos where I've built e-commerce websites. I showed them how to build movie websites where they can be able to go and downloadable websites where people can go and stream movies and download movies. Right. I also showed how you can build an online course website. All of them are on my YouTube here. You can go check out them later on. The point I'm trying to make is with this, you can build any kind of website. The last one is what we call the low code. Now, low code are people who they're also programmers because most programmers come into to build websites with programming, which is coding, it takes a lot of time. But with WordPress, you can actually build a website in a day if you're very serious about it. You can build a website in 1 week, but it comes to the complication of the site and content creation. But apart from that, you can build a website in a day, which a programmer will not be able to do, even if he's a pro at it. All right. Now, when we talk about low code is the combination of programming language and you also know how to use no code tools like WordPress and all. So basically, that's just it. So now we're going to be using a free tool to build a website. We're going to be using a free tool to build and design a website. So now, first thing first, I know some of us don't have a laptop here. So one thing I'm doing is that I'm also recommending this class so that you will be able to access it later. And I also have other videos here you'll be able to access. But one of the major reason of having this online class is to literally show you how you can do it yourself. And so if you have your system, it'll be a good advantage for you to open your system. We'll be going to be doing a bit of practical right now. If you don't have your system, I'll still advise you to follow because the steps are simple and easy, and anybody can virtually do this. Okay, anybody can actually do this. So just to make sure that I am not on my own, I don't know if you are there, if you're watching, just type following. All right. If you have a laptop, also just type following because I just want to make sure that I'm not the only one here. Okay. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I just probably once I get one or two following, I will go into the practical aspect of this class because I think that's a major thing. After the practical, we'll come back and I'll tell you about how you can get all the digital skill you can actually use to make money. For instance, Facebook ad, social media management, and these skill I'm going to be sharing with you are skill that I wish people do have because a lot of us, and you can actually use your mobile phone to learn them. A lot of us don't really um, a lot of us don't really put our attentions and mind in all of this because these are important digital skills that it will cost you nothing to learn and it will cost you nothing to put out there for people. So once you do it for people, you made literally earn money from it. All right, thank you so much. Thank you. So I will just go into the practical aspect of this class. All right. I really wish a lot of people would probably be available for this practical aspect. Um, before we start. All right. So I don't think all right. So basically, I'm going to be sharing my screen with you pretty soon, and I'm going to be showing you how we are going to go about this physical class. So I'm going to be typing a link in the comment section. I need you to use this link to go to this website. All right. So if you're there, just click the link and just say you have clicked it. I need to go to that website if you have your system with you. If you're there, just click the link and just say you have clicked it. I need to go to that website if you have a system with you. That website if you have a system with you. All right. So we'll move forward from here. So basically, I'm going. Let me share my screen. All right, so I'm going to be sharing my screen. So sorry, I had a bit of a network issue. So I'm back now. So I'm going to be sharing my screen right away. So I'm going to be sharing my screen right away. So for people that are still joining, I please there's a link I posted below. Just go there, click on that link. You'll be able to. There's a link I posted below. Go there, click on that link. You'll be able to go to the website. Okay, so that's what we're going to be using for this class, where I'll be showing you how you can actually design your own website. All right. This class where I'll be showing you can actually design your own website. All right, so I'm sharing my screen. I don't know if you can see it. If you can see it, please just say seen. Let me be sure of that. Is Pentium webs dot io. Like you can see on this particular website, the extension is .io. All right. Actually, most company uses .io. All right. So basically, what I want to be talking to you about is, now this website offers you the ability to create your website for free. All right. Now there's a downside to it, because I will not advise you to build something you want to use for a long period of time on it, and because the storage is limited, there's only limited what will I say? There are just limited things you could do with these two, and limited websites you can actually build with them. All right. So the first thing I want you to do is, so I want you to come down to login, click on this login here. Now you see this called don't have a pension account, create a free account. So you're going to click on it, create free account. Pantheon. Pantheon. Now, you can either go with two. You can do two ways. You could create with your Google, continue with your Google, or you create with email address. But for me, I would want you to create with email address, with Google, because it's literally faster. So I'll continue with Google. So I'm just going to put this. Just don't have a Google. Probably your Google is not logged in your system. Just make sure to what will I say? Just make sure to create an account with your email address instead. And also make sure that your email address, your Gmail, so just click on continue to continue. Okay, promise, finding it hard to hear. Please, promise, can you hear me? Permanent, can you hear me? If you can hear me, just type it. Permanent, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Just type. Is any other person finding it hard to hear? If you are finding it hard to hear, please just say it. Prominent. I don't know. You're not replying. All right, so let's move forward. So basically, once you're here, just make sure to put in your name. So um Uchendu, you said, where can I find the login? Sorry, what login are you talking about? Because from the where we are currently, what we are doing, trying to do is create an account. So you can literally go with using your email address, or you use Google. All right. So you are not clicking the login to login. When you see that login, right? If you click on login, you see a place that I pointed that shows. Okay, all right. Thank you. When you get here, what you want to do is you want to put in your name, Matthew, your surname, Brown, then your country. All right. So I'm just going to put in Nigeria. Then now, like I said, this what you're doing here is what we are building is a testing website, a website that you can actually just use to test this your new skill. And probably once I send you the online courses, you probably want to use somewhere you can actually have to do all of this training. So it's important for you to go through this process. But I advise you don't build your personal website yet. Like when I mean personal is if you know you're going to be using the website in a long time, don't use it. But if you want to build something to show people that okay, I can do this and all of that, you probably want to make use of this too. All right. And it's free. So because once you open their terms and condition, it's long and you probably will not want to sign up for all of this. But it's a good tool, right? So the first thing I want you to do is click on continue. Make sure to agree, then continue. All right. If you now, please, if it's practical and you're doing it, please, I need you to just signify, just say I'm doing it so that I know. But there's going to also be recording at the end of the day, just for those that were not able to be part, or those that were not able to follow fully. So first thing you say is start a project. All right. You click on start new site. Now, the site we are building or the no code tool, like I said, I'm going to be showing you how to create a no code website. All right. So you don't need to learn any programming language to do this. All right. And the tool we're going to be using is called WordPress. All right. So we'll just click on WordPress here, the first one. Now, I want you to choose a name of your site. Now, this is more like a username. And if you remember how you open your Facebook or any social media accounts where you probably use a username and they'll tell you, oh, this name has been used. Okay. So this is almost the same thing. So you want to just make sure you use, and your username really literally doesn't matter what you use. Okay. So for this, I'm just going to use the flight class. All right. But make sure that whatever name you're using, you are also saving that name and you remember it. So the next thing you want to do is I we advise you to just leave it with United States, depending on the region that's closer to you. So you can use like European Union, depending on what you say. I'll just leave it as United States. So come down and just click on continue. All right. So we're deploying our CMS. So let's wait. So CMS stands for Content Management System. All right. So WordPress is a content management system used to create content, manage content, basically. So just wait a bit for it to fully deploy. Hello, if you're following me. All right. So I guess we just have some network issues when it comes to Nigeria. So sorry about that. So if you're following, ours has been fully deployed. You probably will get this green. All right. So what you want to do is visit the Pantheon site dashboard. All right. So basically, for me, at this point, you've been able to get WordPress. Now, what you want to do is click on Site Admin. Now, you want to choose your preferred language. All right. So I'm going to go with English. Scroll down, click on Continue. Please go with English. Now, what are we going to call this site? We'll call it Webmaster. Now, your username, I'm just going to call it Zflight. All right. Now, your password is your most important thing. So, what you want to make sure to do when it comes to the password is that you either want to use this complicated password or you want to change it. Now, if you're going to use this complicated password, make sure to save that password. Make sure to save it because trust me, you will not remember this password. Then, lastly, you want to input your email address here. Okay. Then, search engine visibility, I'll just leave it like that and click on install WordPress. Make sure to remember your username, your email address, and your password you used in this registration process. Now, if your system is like mine, you probably will get this pop up. Just click on save here. Then you want to come here and just click on login. So next thing we want to do is we're going to just input our password, and so our username and password, and click on login. So congratulations if you've come to download WordPress. And I hope it wasn't too hectic for you. I hope it wasn't that difficult. So this part is like the most important part. I will just walk you through the process and we'll be able to finish our website in no time. So this part, we're going to be dividing it into three sections. The first part is we're going to discuss basic things about WordPress. The second part, I'll show you how you can install a demo content, and the last thing, I'll show you how you can edit it and change it to suit how you want it to be. All right, so let's go. So the first thing I want to talk about is your updates. Once you come to updates here you will find where you have to update probably any software or any tools within WordPress that needs to be updated if it's outdated. All right. So currently we're using a WordPress 6.5.5. All right. So you don't have, it says you have the latest version. Then you probably will have what we call plugins where you will need to update here also. All right. The second thing we talk about is post. But before that, come to this place written Webmaster, right click on it and open in a new tab. Now, This tab we have opened, this is what everybody is going to see if they visit your website. If we take this link now, currently, and go to a different tab, this is what you're going to see. If I paste this link to you and you open it, this is what you're going to see currently. All right, this is what you see on the website. Now, this is the back end. This is what your users will see. This is what you can control everything. So what we talk about posting is when you have a blog, all right? Let me open something up for you. You probably will see that you have multiple pages. Now, what is a blog? This is called a blog. I'm going to open it that for you. Yeah, these contents here, they are all these contents is what we create through posts on WordPress. Is what we create. Media is where you have all your images. Once we install our demo content, you'll be able to see all of that come that. I don't know if you can hear me. Testing 1, 2. I don't know if you can hear me. Testing 1, 2. Can you see my screen? I'm trying to share screen with you. Can you see my screen? I'm trying to share screen with you. Let me do that again. All right. So what I was trying to explain, and these pages make website a website. They are the fundamental. These pages make website website. They are the fundamental. Testing one, two. Can you hear me? Testing one, two. All right, so I will just finish. Okay, so basically, those are pages. Okay, so I was trying to explain to you, these are different kinds of pages and websites. Um, So basically, this is what we call pages in WordPress, and they are like the most important thing that you need to know. So basically, this is what we call pages in WordPress, and they are so we have comments. Comments are basically when you go to a website and you leave a comment. That's where you're going to find in all the comments. And we have your appearance. So appearance basically talks about theme of we'll be coming back to that known as the 2024. That is why the website is looking like this because of the theme that we are using, WordPress theme. All right. So you can actually say this is the 2024 team and it's the active teams. All right. Then the last one we're going to talk about before we go into having the site we are building is what we call plugins. Like when you get a new phone, when you have our live apps to do a lot of things. All right. So those So these should help you expand the functionality of what WordPress websites can actually do. They are what we call plugins. All right. And lastly, we are going to go back to our theme. All right. And so we're going to see how this website we are going to be creating will come alive. So what we want to do is we click on add new theme. So scroll down, we're going to look for a theme known as Ocean WP. Now, themes, depending on what you want, all right, you could actually search for news theme if you want to create a blog, if you can search for social media theme and all of that. Now, one of the advantage you get if you're able to take this whole course completely is that at the end of the day, you'll be able to join my premium community group. It's literally paid, but it's free for every person that comes through this class. And there you'll be able to get what we call premium teams that I used to build, touching on this in word class websites that I've showed some of you, some of them to you actually. So the first thing you want to do is I want to make sure to come to WP and click on install. Then after clicking on install, make sure to click on activate. Tab, all right, and you want to refresh it. And what you see is see that because we also change, and this is what Astra gives you as a plain field for your website. All right. Now that being said, I want you to just make some few things. Just come here. You're going to see install and activate Astra Extra. Make sure to click it. Now, don't allow, please. Just click on skip. So sorry, I'm saying Astra, Ocean WP. So sorry, Ocean WP, not Astra, Ocean WP. So there are a few things we're going to do here, but it will be on the final stage. So we've successfully installed WordPress, we've successfully installed our theme. Now we're going to import what we call a demo content. Build the website from scratch, which I'll show you on the online course that I'll be giving to everyone that go through this. And it will show you how you can build a website from scratch. But what we are going to be doing is we're going to be building website in a very fast pace using what we call a demo content. So come to this place and click on install demo. Now, once you're able to do that, I want you to go down. Now, there are different demos depending on what you want. Now, let's imagine you want to create a food menu. You want to use this Maria. If you want to create a photo studio website, you want to use photos or architect website that has to do with building. You want to create a blog, right? Now you can live preview all of these things. Okay, you want to see how it looks like before you use the demo content. Now the thing here is this: the demo content will provide you with everything, all the pages that are needed. You don't need to go through any stress of creating page one after the other. All right, what you just have to do is change the images, change the text, and probably add some flexibility when it comes to your designing. But because this is a free theme, all right, most of the demo content are not too superb. All right, but once you go through the online course that I'm going to give to you and you actually finish up your project, I'll be showing you tools you can use to build premium website that will look superb. Like I said, it is totally free. All right. So this is a blogging website, which to me is not up to standard. Now, there are other websites. We have your e-commerce. We click on preview. So on preview, you can see this e-commerce website. So let me refresh this. So basically, it comes with your items, which they are not standard, but there's so much more, right? So you have this also. I think this for suits. All right. So all of that, what I want us and lots for, I want us to just build. I'm thinking. Let's see this one. I'll just click on import. Click on import, and you'll be able to import it. To activate as of the website. Now you see an ocean using the G's in there. There are two that are you see add-on. Don't just leave those ones and just click on to activate the demo. And you can click here to see your results. But I want us to use the same tab. Let's cancel this. I want us to use the same tab. Just refresh it. And voila, our site is literally halfway completed. All right, so you can see that on this website we have home, our process, our training, but meet our trainers, testimonial, keep each website. All right, so all of our menus are on the menus are not on the same page. And if you want is to import another one that you prefer, all right. So you could just click on import. We're ready. Just install, right? Ocean social sharing. So the once has been activated, we just click on go to next step. We click on import this demo. So the one this is activated, we just click on import. just and our import is completed. Our import is completed. Site. All right. Now you can change all of these things, all of this. But before we do that, I just want to take you to the most important aspect of this. All right. Then I will finalize. So if you click on edit with Elementor, Elementor is a page builder. Now what we use Elementor to do is we use it to edit each pages of this website. So after this part, I think we'll finalize on this practical, then we'll go into the last part of this class, which I will just be walking you through the process. The remaining practical aspect, if you need those, you just leave a comment and we'll be able to do that. Now, if Elementor doesn't really load fast, we're also going to just leave it in the course which covers all of this. And I'll just do that. Just click on tools. So what you want to do is generate five data. Testing. Okay, can you hear me? So what I'm trying to say is now with Elementor, you'll be able to change anything you want to change. All right. What you just have to do is you just have to type it, just select the aspects that you want to change. All right. You select it and you'll be able to change it text here. Okay. So if you come to sports coach at home, then so you have a button. Now for buttons, you can add a link. Probably you want to add a link for, let's say you want to add a phone number. You could type tel, TEL, then colon, then you put your number. So this is how you have a phone number as a link, right? So if they click on it, it will take them to their cell phone where they can actually call you. Now you have other things that if you want to change, you can change the image. Just click on choose image. You can click on file to check, bring it out from your system, and just click on it and click on open and it will be added. But what you want to make sure is that you want to make sure that images you're using on your website are in KBs, that is kilobytes. If you notice it here, we have 312 kilobytes. Having images in 5 MB, 10 MB will totally slow down your website, and you can add that here. You could do so. These are not just images, are called icons. So you want to use good icon theme here. This what Elementor does. All right, it helps you edit your website in a very simple way. You don't have to fill any complicated things here with this. So basically, this is everything I will be doing for the practical, this live practical on how you can create your own website. So thank you so much. I will just go back to the main class and we'll finalize with other things. So if this was helpful to you, please leave a comment. Thank you. But that being said, um, so let me share my screen. Now, I don't know how many of you were able to follow the practical aspect of this. I'm so sorry if you're not able to follow because there was a lot of network glitch throughout this process. So I want to say my apologies for that. But I have an online course that I will walk you through the process at the end of this. So please just stay with me. At the end of this, I'll walk you through the process and how you can be part of the premium class. Now, the thing here is this: this for me is a course in your life. It's when I mean a course, I mean it's a change of direction. It's something that will impact you if you take it serious. This class may not be as you wanted it to be, but if you take this serious, it could be a big change financially in every way. I get I've been able to, if I say I've been able to, but I've turned down about 3 job offers. I had one that was supposed to pay me 150,000 naira. I had one that was going to pay me 50,000. I had one that was paying me, I've forgotten the amount, exact amount as of that time. Now, the thing here is this: if you know your value and what you do, you can get a lot of money from website design. It's something you should invest in. All right, is something you should literally learn, and it's not hard. The idea of this class is to make you understand that website design is not hard. Anybody can build it. You don't need to be a tech expert. All right, anybody can build it. So let me stop sharing my screen. So anybody can literally build a website. So you don't need to be a tech expert to achieve this. Now, one of the things you see is that most people think, okay, you have to be a tech expert, you know how to write code and all, but you don't need any of that stuff to be able to achieve this. Now, the why I'm saying all of this is to just make your mind calm down. All right, just glimpse, give you a glimpse of what your possibility, your endless possibility, what you'll be able to do. Now, we'll be going to the final aspect of this class. I want to say thank you for everyone that was able to stay so far. And it's important I do not take your time for granted. Now, so other digital skills to learn to make money. All right, there are a lot of digital skills, but below I will list only four that are mostly important and that I can also help in. And also, these are digital skills for people that says, okay, they don't have laptop. What other skill can they learn with their mobile phone? These are skills I wish people around me, and I tell people to actually take out time to learn. The I think the this third one, yeah, the last one, yeah, just leave that service name. I did not add anything there. So there are total of three. One is social media advertising, Facebook ads, Instagram and Google ads, um, TikTok, Twitter, and these three advertising I've talked spoken to you about. You can literally learn with your mobile phone and you can make a lot of money from it. The process is very easy. When it comes to Facebook ads, your three major goal uh, is to make sure that you have the right audience that being targeted. All right. So who do you want to see your show your ads to? For instance, if you're going to be doing an ad for a manufacturing company, who are their target audience? Who do they want to see the adverts to? And what type of content you want to use? Now, when we talk about advertising, most content that works efficiently is video content because it gives the users information. At the same time, they are able to understand what you're putting out there. When we talk about image content, are kind of limited. So if you want to literally use video if you have the opportunity to. If not, you want to go with image. All right. Now, when you talk about social media, which is Facebook, you just need Facebook to be able to do Facebook and Instagram. And you can learn this in a matter of 2 days, 3 days, you are good to go. And it's literally simple. You just need couple of apps on your phone and you'll be able to set that up. And social media advertising agency or advert agent literally makes a lot of money. Trust me, a lot of money, a lot. So you just have to learn and put yourself out there. The second skill you want to consider learning, which I really wish a lot of people take serious, is called social media management or managers. All right. Now, in past, just this year alone, I think I've gotten to meet about 3 or 4 people that has been asking, oh, do I do social media management? And I do, but I have to sometimes I have to just say look for a way to say no because I would say it's time consuming because it has to do with content creating. All right, you just want to create visual content or images, and for images you can use Canva. Canva is literally easy to use. For your video content, CapCut is also easy to use. So social media management is one of the skill you need to learn. And so let me just read what I have. So when we talk about your social media ad, right, learning to use social media ad media to promote people's business and increase their sales. That's just the major thing. That is, you have to use Facebook advertising, Instagram, and Google, and it's literally easy to learn. So when we talk about social media management, it's helping business manage, promote, and grow their social media accounts in order to drive engagement and sale. So you see, they must be good. So you have to learn how to increase people's followers. It's literally simple. You have to learn how to increase people followers, has to get people to engage in your social in their content and all. If you're able to do this, you'll be able to make a lot of money. The last but not the least is video editing. Now, the reason I actually put video editing as the last one is because my knowledge of it, I do video editing, but it's on a very minimal level. And when you talk about monetization of video editing, it's something I don't still know much because I've come to meet a lot of video editors and they make a lot of money, especially if you're very good at it. All right. But when it talks about okay, how can you get jobs? There are jobs that you can actually get. Now, this will lead me to okay, not before this, this will lead me to how you can monetize all of these skills. Now, one of the places to go, especially as a website designer, is you need to open a LinkedIn account. Literally, you need to open a LinkedIn account, and LinkedIn offers you a year free, a month free if you're going to use premium. You'll be able to use to search and get a lot of job and bid for a lot of job. Other places is you can literally go around people or stores that just open you and share your flyer and just tell them that you build website. You have friends and family, they are like your coolest people. You can put it out there. And most times when you get to, because you are connected to me, when you get to meet people that okay, they tell you, okay, show me your portfolio. Then you can reach out to me. I'll help you with that and share you with website that I've created, which you can actually put in your own name. and so that you could be able to get that job. It is that simple. So like I said, if you want to get job, first you have to open a LinkedIn account, set up your LinkedIn profile, and search for jobs on LinkedIn. You want to reach out to people close by to you and reach out to organizations that don't have websites. Also, you want to, if you have access, you can open a Fiverr account or an Upwork account and search for jobs there. Then also, if I have job listing, if you're part of my premium user at the end of the day after taking the courses, then you also have a posting job listing there that you can actually apply for. So these are basic ways to make get new clients when it talks about website designing. And having a portfolio is something that you should not joke with. All right. Also, learn how to write a CV, please. You will really need it. You really need it because there are some jobs you really need your to submit your CV for. What else? What else do I want to share with you? Yeah. So now I want to talk to you about how this whole course stuff, this whole program worked with, so you'll be able to join my premium community as fast as possible. So first off, we start with this free life class, which it wasn't the best, but we've done the little we can. So on this free life class, you just get the basic knowledge of website design, and you'll be probably able to create your own from here if you're following. The second aspect we will go into, which is I'll be sending people who say they're interested. I'll send you a link directly on your email with your username and password, or probably I'll send it to you on WhatsApp. It will give you access to the courses I've created. Now, after you've taken that course, you're going to submit a project. Your project will be a completed website you have done based on your choice. All right. Once you submit that website, you could probably do a video of the website or whatever you want. After you submit that website, then if it's successful, you'll be able to we'll add you to our community where you have access to premium features, job opportunities, and the likes of it. And you'll also be able to partner with me. All right. So basically, this is everything you'll be able to do. Lastly, um, so what is my vision for this training? So what is my vision for this training? Now, my dream is to help as much people as I can to grow, to achieve their own dreams by providing them with tools and access to knowledge that will help them fulfill their own calling. All right. So my own passion for doing all of this is to, in my little way, give back and to help other people achieve this and be able to create their own content, build their own website, and achieve their own dreams. All right. And that's my vision for this training. So I want to say thank you for your attention. I want to say thank you for your time. If this class was helpful, I don't know, you probably can just leave a comment. Um, Leave a comment, okay? Please, if this class was helpful to you so far, you can leave a comment just saying how helpful it is. My number is on the screen there. You can actually say to reach out to me, and probably if you want to partner on do any other business, it'll be fine. So thank you so much for your time. God bless each and every one of you. For those that are going to be watching this again, um, I appreciate you for this. So thank you, and have a nice day. My name is Terryman Matthew Brown. Thank you so much for being part of this class. So I'll be wrapping it up here. Thank you, Uchendu. Thank you, Prominent. Thank you, Okoyemi. Thank you, Obi Matthew. Thank you, Miracle. Thank you, every person that showed. I don't know, this person is Sportsy. Thank you, Sportsy. Everybody that showed up. God bless each and every one of you. Samuel, thank you. Have a beautiful day. This was a successful first time, and we'll also hold this in subsequent time. And I promise you, it will be better than this. Have a nice day, and God bless.